Hi, this is Majin, and here's some comic reviews for you. We have some Batman, Cyclops, Avengers, Fantastic Four, the usual mess. And I wish my camera would stop moving. Alright, for Batman Eternal, what we have is Sinestro. He's lost his hair, he's no longer part of Sinestro Corps, and he's now the super agent spy butler for Batman. I was just as surprised as you guys were. Now, here's the deal. We learned some things. We learned that everything that we saw in the first 20 issues before this is leading us down this path of that's not really what's going on. There's some interesting things that are being laid out, meaning there's a play against Alfred. There's the new villain that's working behind the scenes. Part of it was spoiled by DC, thanks to them for releasing spoiler picture today. Which, I gotta admit, that was, can't you just, wait a day or two before releasing some of these pictures? But, whatever. I thought the book was decent. It's not, earth-shattering or anything like that, but it was a nice transition to close one chapter to go to the next. And it does leave you with that, I really want to know what's going to happen next. Aquaman. Okay, here's the deal. Aquaman is fighting Super Beast that can do anything he wants to, in and out of water, and heck, he's even breathing out fire, for gosh sake. How entertaining is that? And on some level, yeah, you can say should be entertaining, but on another level, it's one of these things where Aquaman's not really putting up a decent enough fight. He uses some trickery to get out of the trouble. And by the time I got to the end, I was like, well, this creature was technically I should really be liking him. I'm really finding him boring, and I just kind of want him gone, which is a shame. But I think part of my problem with Aquaman number 34 is I'm just getting tired of it. I really am. And I think it's really getting close to move on. Okay, Future's End number 17. If you wanted to jump onto Future's End, I can say this. This is an issue that things happen. You have Earth 2 superheroes escaping, which I'm still going, if villains can't be held in containment fields like this, what makes you think superheroes are going to be contained also? But, they all have to make that mistake, right? Then you get Constantine doing some shenanigans, and then you also get a new Green Arrow. Now, of course, this is the big reason why everybody's wanting to buy this issue. I won't spoil it. DC's already spoiled, or it's already been spoiled, I should say, depending upon what review sites you look at. I will give you a clue, though. It's the only superhero in the DC universe whose name starts with an S and can do almost everything that Superman can do. And that's who's underneath this thing. Also, Kal-El does show up at the end. And that's not Superboy by chance. Okay. Guardians of the Galaxy number 18. I like this issue, but this is one of those issues that I think it's frustrating at the same time. I think McGinnis's art was great. You had some really good pages, layouts. You had some good fighting. I loved seeing Richard Rider back again as Nova. And you can even get Drax in here. The problem is, you don't know, you get a clue as to why they got out, but you don't know why they got out. And I think once everybody saw this cover, we all assumed we were going to find out. So I think some people are going to be disappointed, but obviously Bendis wants to drag this out for 2, 3, 10 issues. We'll see. But I liked it. Okay, Fantastic Four, number 9. I'm really, really enjoying the dismantling of the Fantastic Four. The art, I think, is great. The story is... for me, okay, even though I'm saying the story is fresh, keep in mind the story has been done before, with the Avengers, X-Men, and now they're doing it to the Fantastic Four. Technically, they've even done it to Spider-Man. So, for all of that stuff, it's kind of like it's the same thing, but it's in its own unique way that's hitting the points to really hurt the FF. So for that, I like. The ending, though, kind of makes me wonder what's going to happen because, like, basically the Thing is in prison. He meets an old friend, and that old friend is running things in the yard. And that's going to cause some trouble later on. I like it. This might be tradable. Definitely. Uncanny Avengers number 23. This one had me wondering what's really going on here. See, because you have the results of what happened before. You know, they went to time. I'm sorry. The villains won. Then you have Earth basically being destroyed. You have the remaining people, mostly mutants, in one little spot. Then you have Havok and the Resistance Force. He's married to the Wasp. They go back into time, redo things, and everything stays the same, in a sense. You know, you still have Havok married to the Wasp. But you have Captain America, who's old. You have, Havok's face disfigured, and they said that they'll never be able to fix it. So there's a lot of interesting things that are potentially working at play here. Great bonding moment between Rogue and Scarlet Witch. Overall, I liked it. The art was decent. I liked some of the eyes, and then other times they got really annoying. But I think overall, this Remender did a great job. And for the most part, don't expect great, like, wow, look at that revelation. This is pretty much your Aftermath issue, and they're going towards something else, which is the Red Skull. And Mortis also makes a play at the end and makes an interesting offer. So I'm really, really curious to see how that's going to play out. And but overall, I mean, I enjoyed it. All right, all new X-Men. I think under normal circumstances, I would have liked this issue. But my problem is there's been so much time jumping, I don't care about time jumping stories. They kind of make me lose interest now. And here, basically, by the end, all the new X-Men are splintered around time, and that kind of makes me go, ugh. You do have some nice moments, though, like at the beginning part where Bendis writes about with X-23 and Jean Grey. That part was good. But then there's a couple little other parts. This whole scenery at the beginning was good. But once you start getting to the time jumping, I'm like, I don't know about this. There's basically encounter a new mutant who can develop these dimensional doorways, and he can't control his powers yet. I'm curious to see where this is going to go, but I don't think this is going to be one of those, oh my god, this is like the greatest book ever known to mankind. Okay, Cyclops, number 4. Bonding issue continues. They're stranded on the planet, they're running out of medication, and they're just stalling for time, and they finally figure out, well, we have this communicator that's broken, maybe we should fix it, and that way bounty hunters will come and we got a ship suddenly. Regardless, this is one of those books where it's getting to the point where we've had enough bonding. And by that I mean the bonding really isn't going forward or backwards or anything like that. It's kind of stagnant, which is understandable under certain circumstances. You have Cyclops who's deathly afraid that his father's going to die and leave him alone on the planet. You have Corsair who's just really trying to survive, type thing. So, and he doesn't want to leave his son behind like that. He wants to have a good, strong relationship with his, Scott. So I understand there's some nice stuff at work here. I just want a little bit more. I'm really hoping though that Rucka will tie everything nicely together, and we'll get a nice, solid book. That being said, though, this is still probably one of the best X titles. This and Magneto, strongest X books that are out there. Art's decent. Rucka does a good job. Anybody but Rucka might be like really worried about this, where this is going to go, but I think it's in good hands for right now. Anyways, that is my comic reviews. Like and share. Let me know what you guys got this week that you really liked, what you didn't like. Leave those comments below, and I'll have some more reviews and stuff later. So until next time.